What's up, guys? ALP27HD here, bringing you episode 2 of Interview with ALP. And today I am really pleased to be able to bring onto the show 3088Shane of big YouTube fame. So introduce yourself, Shane.
I wouldn't say big YouTube fame, my friend, but
26,000
hello.
subs is big, man.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's all right. It's all right. I'm happy with that number, way more than I ever expected to get. So,
I know the
you
feeling,
know,
mate. I was expecting to get 1,000 and thought if I can get to that, I'll be so happy. And it's like,
I wanted 100. That was my number. I wanted 100, and I thought I'd be doing YouTube for 3 weeks, get like 10 views, and then just
sack it off.
stop. And that was a year and a half ago now.
God, has it been going a year and a half?
Yeah, and that's gone so quickly. Like I didn't have my PBR until about 6 months in,
Yeah,
so I was trying to do videos that weren't gameplay.
that's not
And
easy.
that was obviously difficult. No, doing like web app stuff, and obviously I can't do web app videos now because people kick off about that type of stuff.
Why aren't you in
But
HD quality? It's not on.
I
It's not
am,
on.
I am. But you get a lot more criticism I find in HD quality
Yeah.
than I ever used to get when I was in standard definition.
The standards are so high these days, though.
Oh, if there's something to pick up on, they pick up on it. This is too long. This is too short. Your mic's wrong. There was a noise. It's like crazy. It's like just say you like the video and leave me
I think I
alone.
said something like I said back three rather than front three the other day, and it was like they actually detail it's like 3 minutes 27 seconds. He said back three. I was like, really? Wow,
Oh, I called my centre back a striker in my last video.
and got annihilated.
Yeah. I was like, hang on, did I really? Yeah, yes, I did. I was like,
I
oh,
did a
what?
pack.
Ogbon is not a striker.
I did a pack opening the other day, and for 3 times I called Charlie Adam Tony Adam,
Oh
and
God.
actually I listened to it back 3 times and didn't actually pick up on the fact I'd done it. It's bizarre. Uh,
No, you don't, because I usually like skip bits just to make sure that the sound's fine
yeah,
because I've learned by my mistakes. I've posted at least 2 videos of me going 3, 2, 1, go, then the intro. I've done that twice now. It's like, oh
I
God.
recorded my intro twice the other day. I did the first bit, didn't think it was recording, then paused for 2 seconds, recorded it again, and didn't cut it out at the start. And everyone's like, "You think you're so good you can have the intro twice?" I was like, "It's not like that. It's not the intention." For the interview, I've got basically 4 sections: some channel questions, some FIFA and footy, some personal questions, a few quick fire questions, and then we have been given some questions by the lovely people on Twitter.
Yes, I've
So
seen some of those questions. Some of those are rather
we have
delightful,
some
to
lovely
say the
friends.
least.
You should have I've got a list right in front of me. Yeah, I shall. We shall jump onto those in a minute. But if you're ready, we shall kick off with the channel questions.
Sounds good to me.
So this was asked. Basically, I've got questions I tend to go through myself, but also Frantic Viper and also Francie Boy asked this question, which is what made you decide to start YouTube in the first place?
I never. It sounds bad. It's not that I ever not wanted to start. I didn't ever really watch videos or anything like that. And I used to watch, when I did watch videos, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But then I started speaking to Dave, Sam Buchanan from last week. He's actually the reason I started.
Wow.
We were talking for about 2 months before I actually started, and he was like, you should try it, you should give it a go, see what you think. Because I was really shy back then.
I know the feeling.
So that's something that I think YouTube helps you with, even if you don't realize it. Meeting up, like when I met all the guys in London, it's like I don't know any of these people yet. I'm meeting up with them all,
You've probably
and I
been
think
chatting for
YouTube
weeks.
helps. Yeah, so there weren't any thing in my life that kind of made me start YouTube. It was pretty much Dave saying to me, "You should just give it a go, see how it is. If you don't like it, you can always stop." And then it just kind of grew and grew and grew, and then I kind of surrounded myself with a network of friends, which is what I've still got some of them now, but it's kind of grown to some of the bigger guys and also some of the smaller guys as well. But yeah, there's nothing like that I could just pull out of the air to say I just woke up one day and thought I'll do YouTube.
It is good though. You are right about the confidence thing. It does help you grow in confidence, especially if you listen back to your earlier videos. Not yours, but I listened to back
Yes.
to mine the other day, and oh my god.
I listened to my first one the other day and I was like, wow, I got views on this and I got like one dislike or something. If I'd have posted this now, you would get absolutely hammered for it. But it's just the way that I guess it goes. Back when I started a year and a half ago, there was a lot of people doing it, but not to the extent that there is now. So there wasn't so much competition for anything. You put out a tip video and someone's already done that like 5 minutes prior to you. So
Yeah, I know that feeling. And who inspired you was one of the other questions asked by Frantic Viper, and I'm assuming that was Sam Buchanan.
yeah, probably because I didn't watch FIFA videos at all before COD's always been my number one game. I've even when I streamed FIFA and stuff. FIFA I enjoy,
Yeah.
but it doesn't do the same thing for me that Call of Duty does. But I'm not good enough at Call of Duty to post it, so I always thought, okay, I'm an okay FIFA player. I wouldn't say I'm the best or the worst, but I enjoyed it. I like the trading side of it, the building your own teams
Of
and stuff.
course.
So I gave it a go, and it kind of worked from there. But yeah, it would be Dave out of the FIFA community, definitely.
Top man. What kind of videos do you like watching, be it trading, compilations, squad builders, etc., or do you prefer head to head? What kind of stuff do you watch?
I tried to find unique stuff, so there's not necessarily one type of video that I like, but if it's a new idea that I've never thought of, or an idea that maybe I had thought of, but not to the extent, like for example, the video that I linked you the other day from Toby Layton,
Hmm.
like that series, okay, at the beginning it might look a bit simple, but the detail that went into it
It was class.
made it so I wanted to watch it. If you send me a video that's a single pack off your TV, I'm not going to watch it. But if you say, look at this, it's absolutely fantastic, the commentary's great, the reaction's good, then I'll pretty much watch anything, because I don't think you can pigeonhole anybody. It's usually the commentator that I like watching for,
A lot of the
not
time, I'll watch
necessarily the
everything.
series.
I'll watch everything by one commentator, not necessarily for what they're putting on the screen, but for the way they commentate.
Yeah, I think that's why, people like KSI are so big. He could post a blank screen with a 10-minute commentary and he'd still get the same number of views because they're coming for him, not necessarily for the content,
Well,
which I think might be why it's kind of super critical of people sometimes
yeah, well, he's
because,
proved that, hasn't he? By the variety of the kind of stuff he posts, it proves that sometimes he goes a bit far with it, sometimes he gets a bit of dislikes and stuff, but he's prepared to put himself out there and create original new content and display his personality as well.
yeah, definitely.
What's your favourite series on YouTube? It doesn't necessarily have to be FIFA, but do you have a favourite series or?
I think anything that is live always does it for me because that's the true person.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to me in a live com or as I said to you before in Call of Duty, I'm not the same person that I am when I commentate because that's kind of the sit down, can't swear, can't do this, can't do that. So if I, the things that I like to watch the most are probably the Call of Duty like Road to Commanders.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know them. They're all live commed, 0 to 80 or whatever the level is. So you see that person. The same thing for FIFA really. Rossi HD I think is doing a Road to Glory at the moment, but it's live.
Yeah.
So that type, obviously, he cuts it down so it's not stupidly long. But I think anything live always does it for me. That's why I prefer streaming to watching videos.
Yeah.
If I find a good streamer, the likes of Hazard Punk, people like that, that actually are there in front of the camera for hours, baitsin and things,
They draw
that
you
I
in.
prefer to watch. Yeah, definitely. And they're actually putting a lot more effort into it because they're doing all this effort just to be on the screen. There might not be anyone watching, but they don't know that when they set it
Of
up.
course.
So
That's it, because I found that as well. I was in a couple of there was a 50-hour live stream over the weekend for
for
charity, and
children in need one, yeah,
that
I
was
saw.
superb. I called in a few times for that, and just to be able to keep people entertained for that length of time was really impressive. And because you record a commentary, I don't know, you like me, you go into commentator mode, you have an idea in your head, you've got roughly 5 to 10 minutes that you want to say, you plan it out, you record it, and then you go back to your normal way. It is nice to see someone, as you say, completely themselves for 50 hours, which is incredible.
I think it's all also the risk factor that I like of like live comms. If we say something in a commentary that's wrong, or maybe shouldn't have been said, maybe I don't know, was saying something about another YouTuber and we think, hang on, we overstepped the mark, we cancel it. That's gone. No one ever hears that.
Yeah,
But on a live com or a video, whatever, your true emotions are there.
definitely.
And that I always like. Okay, it might sometimes get people in trouble, but I think that's part of the fun. You get that on live TV and stuff, so I don't see why YouTube should be any different. So I prefer watching that type of stuff.
Well, there's that risk factor, isn't there, which is always appealing.
That's why I don't post live comms.
I know that feeling.
That's the long and short of it. That's why I don't post live comms.
Well, that's it. I'm in awe when I watch Nepenthes for the Ruin of Randomer and stuff like that, because to be able to talk for that length of time over various topics and not get distracted by the gameplay, because I tried to record one and ended up realizing I'd sat for a minute biting my tongue trying to score a goal.
Yeah,
And it's
definitely.
what are your targets or goals? Do you have any targets for your channel? Is there a set amount that you would get to and think? I know you said originally that 100k, 100 subs, and then you probably looked at 500 and then 1,000. Is there a level that you think if I ever hit that, I could pretty much hang my hat up and move on to something else?
I don't think there's a goal, because I think if you set a goal, you will either be ecstatically happy or really disappointed. So I try to set my not targets, but say to myself, okay, I'm on 26,000. If I can get to 30,000, that'll be really, really good. And then if I don't hit it, I've not pinned all my hopes on hitting it. But if I do, okay, I can look forward again. I think sometimes the problem is people see these big guys and think, why are you not setting a target of 100,000? But then I look at it and think that doesn't happen to
No.
everybody. You you tend, if you're over 100,000, to have a massive growth spurt in a short period of time,
Yeah.
and then you kind of build from that. So, for example, at the start of FIFA 13, when Nepenthes, Calfreezy, and all of that crew were posting the early release, that's when their channels blew up.
Yeah.
But I can't do that, so I kind of don't expect to hit 100K. But yeah, my next target would be about 30,000. I've just broken 3 million views, which was good for me.
Whoa.
Um, I couldn't believe it's weird. The number of views does more for me than the number of subscribers, if that makes sense.
I agree.
Because you actually look at it, it's like that's 3 million views on my video. Okay, they're probably a lot of the same people,
Mm,
but 3 million views is just absolutely crazy. That's probably 300 to 400,000 different people
it's impressive,
watching
isn't
my
it?
videos, and it's just crazy to think that many people would be that interested in me when I started a year and a half ago with web app videos, with Camtasia in 480p or whatever it was.
I always try and picture them in like a football stadium or something, and it's like when I hit 10k subs, I was like trying to imagine a theatre with 10,000 people sat there, and they've actually clicked the button that says, "I quite like your content and want to see more," and it does boggle the mind.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's the same with 26,000. That fills most football stadiums, and it's like that's just absolutely. I know obviously they're not all active,
Of
but
course.
they were there. The way I've always seen it is they click subscribe one time or another. All the subs that were removed from YouTube, they had subscribed. It wasn't that they were taking away people that weren't there in the first place. They were there. It's just they don't like YouTube anymore. They don't like me anymore, but they did subscribe in the first place. So I think I looked on my analytics the other day, and I've had over 8,000 unsubs.
Yeah.
So it's crazy the amount of people that either do unsub or become inactive, and YouTube remove them, and it's just unbelievable when you put the numbers together.
I know, I agree with you. I was looking at and you're looking at thinking, well, even with a channel my size, I think there's 4,000 people have unsubbed. I know some of that might be I've done the old giveaway, and people tend to do the giveaway, then unsub. But even so, you look at it and think, "Crap, well, that's essentially like 16,000 people have clicked sub." It is really impressive, and it does show that you can reach a large audience if you put the time and the effort in.
Yeah, I think probably like getting like too hooked on the numbers is a bad thing as well. I see people, and I've been known to do this before. For example, like Social Blade, if you haven't gained a number of subs that you gained over the last couple of days, you kind of get downhearted,
I can very
and
much relate.
it's kind of like looking over that. Like there was a day last week, I think I didn't post, so although I kind of expected not to, I got something like 8 subscribers. But then the day after, I got 250.
Yeah,
So it's like instead of going, "Wow, I got 250," my first reaction was, "Why did I only get 8?"
I've
And it's getting out of that
mm,
mindset that's difficult.
I've done that the last few days because obviously Black Ops has just come out,
Mm.
and I've just been watching it going, why aren't I getting what I did a week ago? It's so frustrating. And I should probably ban myself from Social Blade for a month and then look at it and go, actually, you've not done too badly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my video today didn't do too well, but again, it's because of Call of Duty. You can't fault that. If I'm on Call of Duty, I think I've already got 12 hours playtime on Call of Duty,
Yeah,
and I only got it yesterday. So it's like,
that's 12
you
hours you'll be
know,
watching someone's videos normally, or
yeah.
being active on YouTube. Moving on.
And I'm not just sorry
No,
about that.
no problem.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only person that's playing it that long. I see a lot of my friends list are, over the 7 hour mark. So
Oh, easy.
I'm just kind of playing it out. Wait a couple of days, wait a week or so, and it'll have died down when people pick up all the flaws in it.
Or keep getting killed like me.
Yeah.
FIFA and football. Who do you support in real life? Who's your team?
West Ham.
West
People
Ham.
ask me every video who I support. They think I support Arsenal. I don't know why, but yeah, it's West
You're
Ham.
a hammer.
I am. So it's very good against
I was going
Newcastle.
to say, you pleased so far with the season?
Yeah, I don't want to be too happy because of Blackpool, and what happened to them. So I I'm happy where we are, but until say February, I'm not going to let myself be like really excited. If we're still where we are in February, then I'll start to get happy. But anything can go wrong. And I know we've got really hard fixtures coming up. I think we've got Stoke next, and the Manchester. I think we've got Manchester United,
Lovely.
Spurs as well. So to pick up 4 points from Manchester City and Newcastle was amazing.
Well, it's a big plus, isn't it? They're kind of games you probably, well, especially the Manchester game, you probably had it in your head that that's a loss, and to suddenly get points from it is a big plus.
Well, I was in the Skype when the game was on, and I remember saying to the boys, if as long as we don't lose by more than 2 goals to put our goal difference down, I'm happy.
Yeah.
That was how, because you've got to be realistic with things.
Oh,
It's
definitely.
just not, you can't go into I mean, you're West Ham, they're Manchester City. It's not supposed to happen that you pick up a point.
No, so it's a good result
So
overall. Who's your favourite player? This is asked by myself, obviously, but also a guy called Will Broody. He wants to know who's your favourite player in real life and who's your favourite player in FIFA.
in FIFA, it would have to be from last year because I haven't really used that many players this year that have really like got to me. But there's two players last year that absolutely done it for me. It was Marias,
Yeah,
the silver guy, and Delfonso.
yeah,
And I played Delfonso at Cam, and he was unbelievable for me.
I love them.
Those two players scored me. I think Marias scored me almost 100 goals, and it was just I used to use them on streams a lot. And those two players this year, not so much. I don't find that there's any massively outstanding players. I used Joel Obi, I think he's
I
called,
think I know the one you mean. Yeah,
and he scored 7 goals in 8 games for me from midfield, which was pretty
bloody
good. But
hell.
there's no one that I would have in every single one of my teams this year.
There's no one you try and shoehorn in just because they are your favourite player.
No, not really. There's no one that I've played with that because I'm not a skiller, so I don't gravitate straight to the Asaides of the world or the Taraps or anything like that. But yeah, I just try and find. Usually, pace is what does it for me. I know that's the sore subject, but pace is what I like to use.
Have you
That's
seen
what
my
I like the
squad
counter
builders?
attack. I have. I've seen some of the comments as well.
I'm guilty of being a pace whore the other day. Someone said you've made a bronze team and they're a complete pace whore team. I was like, yeah. I apologise for that. So now I'm going to go off and buy Ronaldo and Messi. And it didn't go down too well, but such is life. Who's your favourite team in FIFA? Be it Ultimate Team or head to head? Is there a specific team you always pick?
It would be in Ultimate Team. It would be the squad that I did the build on the other day. I had a non-rare gold squad,
Yeah.
and I've never scored so many goals. I've had expensive squads, and I came up against expensive squads, and I was making them rage quit. And I'm not, as I said, I'm not the best player in the world. So if I can make someone rage quit, that's kind of pat on the back, kudos to me. But yeah, it was a non gold squad. No one that expensive. I think the squad cost me 6,000
Yeah.
coins, and it was just absolutely unreal. It had people like Victor Moses in there. Rodrigo was the striker. Obviously, Obi was in there, and they were just absolutely amazing. And people, I think, go easier if you don't have the top players.
They don't go at you like a bull at a gate.
Yeah, they're in the mindset of I'm going to beat this guy, so they're not going for the tramp goals or the crosses. They're trying to get better goals, and by that time, you've already scored two.
And they get taken by
Uh,
surprise.
yeah, that's what I find.
Now, definitely. And let's have a look. What have we got here? Who do you enjoy watching in real life, or is there a fixture that you prefer outside of your own team? So, is there a big, be it Real Madrid, Barcelona, or the Manchester Derby? Is there a fixture that you in the season think I really want to see that game, or you'd make a point of going to the pub to watch it, or something like that?
It probably, well, it wouldn't be a lot of the West Ham games because I'm not too fond of the long ball play.
Yeah.
Um, but then when we didn't play like that, we didn't have too much success. So I kind of just don't watch it, but make sure that we win type thing. But I like Spanish football when there's not diving.
Yeah.
So I can one day love the Barca Real derby, and then the next week absolutely hate it because of the amount of diving and asking for cards and things. I watch a lot of the English games, but I wouldn't say I enjoy them because I think there's a lot of probably because I'm on Twitter during it, and that really gets my goat. That does the amount of like arguments on Twitter about football. I try to say to people, football is fantastic, but at the end of the day, you're not changing the game.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're a Liverpool fan sending a message to a Man U fan because you beat them doesn't change
No.
the fixture. All it does is make you look silly, and I think that gets to me, especially about the English game. But if I'm not on Twitter, I do like watching the derbies. So the Merseyside derby or whatever, or London derbies are always a good watch. Spurs Arsenal this weekend is coming up, so I'll be watching that one as well.
Nice feisty matches.
Should be, yeah. I mean, I used to like the Millwall West Ham derbies because there was passion in it.
Yeah.
People could say violence maybe, but it's I think a good football match with a lot of passion is better than a football match where people are diving for yellows and penalties
Oh, I
and things like that.
Merseyside derby is one for me. Obviously, being an Everton fan, just watching the hard tackles go in and people throwing themselves on the line just to, they'll take a ball in the face, no problem. But you see them in other matches and you think you wouldn't have done that 2 weeks ago. Whereas in
Yeah.
the big games, they, as you say, the passion's there and the fight and the drive is there, which
It's
is
always
good.
that's always why I used to like Scotty Parker
Yeah,
before he left us. He's always done that, and that's the type of football I like to watch. Someone that okay, you might get injured, but you're going for the ball,
yeah.
not people when you watch the replay and they've moved out of the way of the shot and it's gone in.
Now,
Like I kind of think why you're a paid defender, you need to take a ball
yeah,
sometimes.
at that kind of money, even the smaller players, they're on like 30, 40 grand a week. Just throw yourself in front of the ball, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Personal questions, nothing too dodgy. Slimbo up 96 asked this as well. What hobbies or interests do you have outside of YouTube?
I'm pretty much just, TV and games and things like that. Like I keep myself to myself. I don't do too much sports, the odd bit of tennis and things like that here and there, but nothing to a team level. I just really do it just to chill out with mates and things like that. So just
Yeah,
going to the pub and stuff really. Just socializing, I guess you could call it.
no, I know that feeling. It's nice to step away from the laptop every now and then.
It is.
What other games do you've obviously mentioned COD a lot. What other games do you play apart from FIFA?
Those two actually are the only ones I own.
Same here.
I'm not a massive like gamer, so when Halo came out, that didn't interest me at all. There were people obviously buying it. I just don't buy it at all. I obviously got the Need for Speed that came through Machinima,
Yeah,
but I don't tend to go out and buy games just on the off chance I might like them. I went to Eurogamer obviously and played a lot of the games there,
yeah.
but none of them really sat with me as like I'm gonna have to buy this game. This game is the best thing ever. I play things like Hitman and stuff, but no, I just think, Call of Duty, and then if I wanted to go a bit more relaxed, although I rage probably more on FIFA than I do on Call of Duty, I think that's just because a loss on Call of Duty is nothing, but a loss on FIFA is big.
Oh, definitely. Well, that's it. You play so many games. I find on Call of Duty, you can go on in an evening and spend 5 or 6 hours on the game, especially if you're with good friends. Get on Skype, that sort of thing. Whereas with FIFA, I tend if I lose 2 games on the run, I'm turning the console off and putting a film on.
Yeah, definitely. Because it appears on your record, and like for example, last year I played over 4,000 games on Call of Duty. So a loss here, a dashboard there, or you get disconnected because of your internet is nothing. But on FIFA, when my record's like 300 wins or whatever, a loss is quite a
It
big
hurts.
number to come on that list. So yeah, I think it's those two games that I play. If someone brings the game over, then I'll give it a go. But I don't tend to buy games, to be honest.
Question has just come in 12 minutes ago by a guy called Callum Doley, which falls into this category. What's your biggest win and biggest loss on FIFA, or what comes to mind? Have you ever had a game where you've absolutely taken someone to the cleaners, or
Yeah, most of them were on my streams back in FIFA 12. I had quite a few 12, 13, 14 nils, 14 ones and things like that when I was streaming, which was better. My biggest one on this one, I can't say because I'm releasing the video in a few days, but it was in the final of a tournament and it was actually with that non-rare gold team. Um, but biggest loss again would probably be on stream because obviously I don't post when I lose or whatever.
yeah,
But when I was on the stream, I think I've had a couple of 7-1 losses.
ouch.
But I think I like to use the excuse I'm streaming, so that takes my attention. That's the reason I've lost, not that they were just better than
I
me.
do I do the Jack 54 HD if I'm going for clips.
Oh God,
I was
see, because I don't skill, I don't have that. I don't have the people expecting that I'm going to be doing rainbows to sombrero flicks and things like that because I don't do them. So I don't
you haven't
have
got
to
that
spend so
luxury.
much time getting clips. I usually get my clips in around 7 games, which is usually
That's
good.
not too bad at all, is it? I've just had 5 games with informed Neymar and scored 2 goals, and he is
I had that problem
shocking.
because I'm doing a player review on that Inform Liete, or Inform Liete, Liete that I got in that
Yeah,
pack. and he scored the least goals out of any of my like front six.
So
It's
frustrating.
like I can't do a player review when you only get 3 goals for me.
I don't want to show footage of him falling over and getting dispossessed. It's just not good.
Yeah.
It's not good entertainment. What is your? There's two questions here. One's from me, which is what is your favorite film of all time?
Oh God. I don't know because I don't have a favorite, but there'll be films that I will watch if they're on telly. So I think the usual that people like, the Fight Clubs,
Yeah,
things like that. For some reason, and I don't know why, The Hills Have Eyes was always a good one, and Wrong Turn. I don't know if you know Wrong
yeah,
Turn.
you're a big horror fan, then.
Yeah, those two certainly. Wrong Turn has always done it for me. But I watch a lot more stand-up DVDs
Ah, yeah,
more than films at the moment because I find it difficult to kind of make myself sit down for an hour and a half. Whereas with a stand-up, I can just turn it off and come back tomorrow, and I've not missed anything.
yeah. You're literally pausing the show and then coming back what you're up to, whereas you've not got a plot to follow and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
One question that was asked by who's asked this question? A chap called Synergy Gaming HD has asked, if your life were a film, what would the title be?
Oh
Do you
God.
want to think about that and come back to it?
No, no. Fat and Lonely, I think would be a good one.
Is it a rom com?
It is. It is. Yes. Fat and Lonely.
I should
Find that love in the end.
don't put that in as your new banner for background for YouTube.
I think I might get some comments on my
Do you
video now.
think? Um,
Oh, we'll see.
get lots of positive feedback. Who's your favorite album or artist of all time? If you say had one album, or not necessarily one album, but one artist that you could listen to, and he would be, or he or she would be that person that you would have to take with you, who would it be?
Oh, that's difficult. That is really difficult because my mood depends what I listen to. So if I was in an angry mood, it would be people like Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah.
But if I was in a really happy mood, it'd be people like Example or Chase and Status, things like that. So it's completely different. I kind of have CDs and artists for moods more than an album that I can listen to just because I want to, if that makes sense. So a mixture between those two. If you could find me an in between of those two, I'd be absolutely happy.
If anyone does know anything, put it in the comments below. Let's move on to quick fire. Right. First off, nice easy one. I have to ask everyone: a tits or arse?
This is a difficult. I always thought it was the arse, right? Always, until I went to Zante, right? Went to Zante, and it's a tip, man. It has to be. I changed my persona on it all in that one holiday, and it's a tip, man.
Who would win in a fight, KSI or Nepo?
Oh, I've got to say, JJ. He seems to go to the gym now.
He's looking
He
buff.
he
No
seems to
homo.
have bulked up now. So I think probably JJ will have it.
He might have youth on his side. Sorry, Nepo. Modern Warfare or Black Ops?
Black Ops, 100%.
Kelly Brook or Natalie Portman?
Oh, Kelly Brook.
Good choice.
Not really quick fire there, but I'll give it a go to get a bit
There was
faster.
no words in between, so I'll let you have that. Beer, wine, or spirits?
Beer.
Man, I know the answer to this. PS3 or 360?
360 all the way.
Hopag or Elgato?
I've got a Elgato. I've never used it though. A Pug.
I've been trying to get them to send me one for ages. I'm like, I really want to review one of your Elgatos. Would you be kind enough to send me one? We'll give you 10% discount. Nah, I'll leave
Really? See, I'm kind of not a very good. I was supposed to review it, and I am going to review it, but it's getting around to changing all my cables and all that, and I just can't be bothered right now.
I'm a
So
scouser,
I've
so I'm a
got
cheeky fucker.
it.
Pretty much. I think I might know the answer to this, but comedy or horror?
Comedy.
Really?
Yes,
You like your horror, but you prefer your comedy.
I do. Yeah, I have to be in the mood to watch the horror, whereas if a comedy comes on telly that I like, I'll watch it. I'm not too into like the chick flick comedy type thing. That doesn't really do it for me. But if it's just a good, funny film, the Johnny Englishes and things like that that are just stupidly funny, those type of films I can watch a
Good
lot.
at both slapstick and visual humor.
Yeah.
James Bond or Jason Bourne?
James Bond, because I've never watched Bourne.
No, worth watching if you get a chance.
I might have to now.
Head to head or Ultimate Team?
Ultimate Team,
Yeah, um,
although I don't like it this year because of seasons.
yeah. There's no relax. There's no let up, is there?
It's ruined YouTube, I think.
Well, they
Because
won't. They won't let you. You used to be able to have that relaxing game where you'd think, "Christ, I've just finished that tournament. I've won it. Brilliant. I'll go and have a few single player matches just to wind down." It's not there anymore.
I used to. Well, I only like silver and bronze teams.
Yeah,
So I don't want to be forced to go into a tournament. So I can't really build them this year. Last year it was on star rating, and okay, you found people with bronze bench. For
yeah.
example, maybe myself when I had a one star team
We
with
may have
Messi at
already done
striker.
that.
But
We've all done that. That is the end of the quickfire questions. We're moving on to Twitter and subscriber questions, which are the last section, if you don't mind, my friend.
that's fine.
Um, some weird questions. I will read them out. Answer them if you wish. I cheer Arsenal says, "Are you his long lost cousin?"
I think so.
I
I
think
think
from
so.
looking at the picture, I know that's probably an old footballer, but if that is his picture, then you may well be his long lost cousin.
I think so.
Um, Here's one you'll probably choose to ignore. The Gaming Lad HD asks, "Are there any YouTubers' videos you don't like and why?"
Um, I'll answer them. There's not any individual people I don't like. It's people that will put a video out, not necessarily for money, because I hate that term.
Yeah.
Everyone that earns money from YouTube, of course, wants money regardless of what they say, but they never got into YouTube to make money from it. So I always find that term stupidly overused anyway. But people that put a video out that doesn't take them any effort at all and then moans when they don't get the rewards, if that makes
Or
sense.
if it gets
So people
dislikes.
that's yeah, not it's not so much that, but maybe people that come to me saying, "Look, this is only has 500 views," and I look at it and I can straight away see why.
Mm,
Those type of things. But there's no individual people that their video because I don't subscribe to that many people on YouTube. I kind of watch them off my own back then.
yeah, I know where you're coming
Uh,
from.
if I don't like a person, I just won't watch their videos. I'm not a fan. I've never disliked a video in my life because I think if you like, I don't see why you would. In my eyes, I don't see why you would. If you don't like the video, you click off. Don't watch their stuff again.
I
That hurts. That
mm,
hurts the person's more than a dislike in my eyes.
no, I agree there. I'm the same. I haven't disliked the video, and to be honest, I don't see why the button is there. I understand if people enjoy something, but it seems to give people the opportunity just to hate for no reason.
I
Uh,
think it's because it's an American company, so it's the free speech. So you can like it if you like it, dislike it if you don't, type thing. But I would gladly see the like bar go, and there's a button that says share it. So it's like the like button,
yeah,
but then obviously only the people that want to share it because again, I think the likes and dislike number is analyzed a bit too much or a bit too often because I know I'm bad at that sometimes. Why is this only got 400 likes? Why is this, taken 2 hours to get 100 likes or
why
whatever?
is why is it taking so long to view lock?
Yeah, that's yes.
I'm looking at it going, it's been up half an hour. Why has it only got 100 views? Stupid sub
It's
boxes.
awful. See, sometimes I think that. Sometimes I think maybe people aren't online, but I sometimes think sub boxes are blamed a bit too much
Mm,
because I kind of think if they were that wrong, YouTube would definitely do something about it.
no.
Because there are days when sub boxes don't work for everyone, and the big COD guys get no views. Then you know they're broken. But I don't know. I don't know the. I usually ask all obviously my people on Skype if they've got it in their sub
Yeah,
box, and that gauges. It doesn't ever go to everybody because people tell me they haven't had it, but it's one of those things. I guess so many people are uploading at the same time.
yeah. You always get a few that sneak in. It there tends to be as well. I've been trying to, upload at different times. I've been trying like I'll upload at 9 o'clock at night. Does that make it any better? Does it get more views? Does it get near the top of the sub boxes overnight? I think the problem is I'm as guilty as anyone. I think over analyzing. Part of me thinks
Yeah.
just make the video, pick a time which is convenient for you, stick it up, and if people enjoy it, they'll like it and they'll view it. It's, I think I'm the same. I sometimes overanalyze a bit too much. Adriano says, "Why don't you look at him during?"
I don't know if there's an end to that
That's the full
sentence,
stop
but
at the end.
I don't know why I don't look at you. I don't know what the situation is, but I will try to look at you soon.
Oh, I'm sure
I
he'll be
guess that's
really
all I can
happy. I'm
say.
sure he'll be really happy. Football Skills 9, big fan of this guy. He does all the in real life stuff. And he says, if you had a choice, would you want to do YouTube as your full-time job?
No, I couldn't think of anything that would stress me out more. I watch the people that do it full time, and they're constantly stressed because it's not a set income, it's not a set wage. Sub boxes go down, YouTube breaks, your day income's gone.
Effort.
Whereas,
Yeah.
we go to work, or we will when I actually start my job. When we go to work, we know what we're earning that day. We know it's coming on the 30th of the month. Don't have to worry about it. YouTube has always ever, for me, it's only ever been a bonus. It's only ever been a kind of, all right, if I get this. I mean, people say to me sometimes, you know, you're doing this for money. Since I got partnered, my views have gone down by 70%, I think.
Yeah.
My first paycheck is about 3 or 4 times more than what I get now. So that doesn't ring true,
No.
but I would never want YouTube to be my full-time job, mainly because I've kind of experienced doing it as a full-time job when I've been off work,
Yeah.
because that's all I've had to do. So I don't like not getting up until 12 because you've not got a reason to get up,
It's nice to have a reason and
you
a
know.
set time to go to work and a set time to
Yeah, I
come
like
home.
a structure.
Oh, I know the feeling. Militant Monkey asks, do you like hot tubs with wrestlers?
I don't like them, but I've been there.
Been there,
This is
done
an
that, won
inside.
the
This is an
wrestler.
insider question because my friends throw hot tub parties, and a couple of them are wrestlers that are there in amongst obviously the girls
Ah,
and stuff. So
Militant Monkey with
they
inside
obviously
information.
have jumped on the fact that I was in there, and I'm quite small, so I do lengths in the hot tub type thing. So yeah, it's an insider joke, but I thought he was going to ask something like that.
And Sam Buchanan says, when was the last time you got in a hot tub with wrestlers? And don't say you haven't because you told us so. Well, you just admitted that one.
It's actually been a while because one of them, which I was telling the boys, has actually just been signed by TNA. I don't know if you know them.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he's going to be going over there. He's on this British invasion thing
yeah.
that they're going to be showing over here in December. So haven't done it for ages because he was the guy that used to throw the parties. So it's like months and months.
And he's also asked, which wrestler would you prefer to get in a hot tub with?
Oh God, I don't know. Oh
He's
yes, I
not.
do.
Oh,
Hang on, any woman wrestler. There we go. That's the other.
preferably
Let's change
the
that.
the fitter and less muscly, the better.
Yes,
The ones that look more like real women. I'll go with
yes,
those,
definitely.
please. Hot Cheese asked a similar question. I'll just credit him. I'm Hot Cheese asked, is there any YouTubers you dislike and why? We've been over that, but at least give him credit for the question. Militant Monkey asked, how tall are you?
I'm 5'6". I'm massive.
And he wants to know,
I know the next one.
well, shall I ask it?
You can do.
He wants to know either what's your cock size to the nearest millimeter or get the fuck out.
It's if you look at a 30 centimeter ruler,
Yeah,
it's somewhere on there.
that's an accurate answer. I like that. We'll go with that. Um, there's a complete fail of a question by Goofy Boy 2000 who asked, this is how he's written it. Do you shave public hair?
Yes, I read this question, and I can guess what he
I thought,
means. And
fail.
I really want to answer, although it's not true, that I go for the full porn style look, just because that's quite a
Just
funny
makes it
answer.
look bigger.
Yes,
Connor Ansel asks, I don't know if he's somebody you play COD with, but he wants to
he
know
is.
why are
Yes.
you so bad
Are
at
you bad
Black
at
Ops
God?
2?
Oh, it's because I carry the team. I play the objective, not get all
You
the
tape
kills,
onto the
so I'm
team.
gonna die often. Yeah, that's why.
TBR Carl wants to know, do you love him?
I do. He sent me a picture the other day, actually, of his face with a message saying "Love you, Shane. Kiss, kiss."
Oh, he's such a nice man.
He is.
Boyle96HD wants to know, do you like hot lunches? I have no idea if
Um,
there's a trick question in that.
I haven't been to school for years, so I haven't really experienced a hot lunch for ages. So I can't
You might get
answer
one of
that
your
one.
new job.
I might do. You never know.
Um, Connor Ansel also asked, what's your most watched film? But I think we've been over films and done that to death. Propane. Propane. This is Tom, of course. He wants
Yes.
to know, how big is your penis? Are you gay? And when was the last time you took a dump?
Wow.
It's
Dump
very
was this
thorough.
morning. Yeah, dump was this morning. Am I gay? No. Penis size is on that ruler still.
Yeah, it's a big ass ruler. How old are you? Asks Dwayne 1K95.
I'm 24.
And do you have a favorite YouTuber under 5K subs? Asks Zygo HD, I think it is.
Um, I don't have under 5K is quite hard because the two that I really enjoy watching are just over 5K, which is Toby Layton and Cannon Top.
Yeah.
But those two are kind of in my group anyway, so that's kind of a biased thing. But I don't watch that many videos. But so I'll watch, if someone sends me a video or if one of my mates says you need to check this out, it's awesome, I'll watch it. But I don't watch that many people. To be honest, I don't really watch any of the COD guys.
Yeah.
COD guys, the FIFA guys. Sorry, the odd KSI one here. If someone says to me it's really good, so the Q&A with his dad, for example, people said that was really good, so I went to go watch it. But yeah, I don't watch too many, so it'd probably be those two.
So you tend to be a big COD fan then for videos?
Yeah, yeah, just because I play so much FIFA for editing and recording that I don't want to watch it once I've finished. I don't know if that's weird,
No,
but
I think I
because
agree with you. I think it's a
I spent so long on it that I
mm,
don't, so long and I'm not relaxing, and then I watch a video about what I've just done.
it's a bit like being a football trainer and then going like being a football player and then going to football training or something like that. It's just or watching it on TV. I imagine it becomes a bit you want to get a break from that subject. I've been watching a
Yeah,
lot of COD recently. Woody's gamer tag is fantastic.
yeah, he's changed a lot from when I used to watch him before when he actually like posted gameplays and tips and things. He's more giving answers to questions and things. But people like T Martin always are good for me. Onslaught as well.
Yeah,
He's really really good. I love watching. He's about to start his Road to Commander again on the new one, so that will be something that I enjoy. But I've always wondered if I should start a second channel for like a Road to Commander or something. But because there's no point. You've probably experienced this. No point trying to put another game on a main channel
hell no, 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 no.
because people that's what annoys me a little bit. It's like it is my channel, but people are very quick to jump on this is a different
You'd
game.
get hate. Like I asked actually out the other day because I got blocked and everyone was asking me, put Black Ops 2 up. When are you putting Black Ops 2 footage up? I said, I'm not. Why not? I said, because it'll dilute the channel. I said, the FIFA people will not like it. There is going to be probably a reasonable majority that aren't going to like Black Ops. And I don't want to alienate them, but I might consider a second channel,
Yeah,
which is pretty much what you've just said. If you're going to do it, you're probably going to look at doing it on a second channel, even if it's only once a week upload or something like that.
yeah, definitely.
And final question. This is by that one FIFA dude. Do you feel Zlatan Ibrahimovic is now officially the best striker of this century so far? I don't know if you've seen the England match today.
Yeah, I saw it today. The overhead kick was amazing. It was a bad header. I'm not sure why Hart headed it there
What was
anyway,
he
because
thinking?
even if he didn't boy see it, he still would have got the ball.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know if he's the greatest, but I would certainly put him up there with one of the best finishers I've seen. I mean, he scored every type of goal today. The only thing he didn't score was a header,
yeah.
but he scored the free kick, the bicycle, that free kick was insane as well.
He's just
But
one of those players. I get the impression he's a bit lazy and a bit moody at times. It
I don't know if it's because people say this to me before. Like, I don't know if it's lazy or whether that's what a striker is. We just, because of the pace of people like Sturridge and whatever, we've changed the role of a striker.
we expect them up and down the pitch all the time,
Yeah,
whereas
like people like Berbatov, although he's getting a lot more active now, when he was at Man U, didn't move that much. People like Soldado in Spain don't, but they're prolific goal
yeah.
scorers.
So
So Dzeko, for example, maybe doesn't move as much as Aguero, but when he gets on, he scores.
moves for his 10 minutes
So
up 10 minutes a game when he comes on as a super sub.
yeah, so Ibra might be lazy, but if he gets 4 goals for Sweden against England, who did have quite a strong side out in all fairness,
Yeah.
the defense wasn't full strength with Shawcross and Corker and things,
hmm
but we had Gary Cahill in there, we had Glenn Johnson in there, Leighton Baines, who does get quite a few games for England, with Gerrard in front.
Yeah.
So we did have a strong defense, but yeah, I think he's definitely in, say, the top 5, and I'm surprised he hasn't been in the Ballon d'Or nominations more.
He's not even featured last year at all. In fact, pretty much.
I know he won't win it, but I just don't see why he's not there. Like he performs week in, week out for PSG now. You usually see him on the score sheet.
Yeah.
So why is he not being credited for? I know he won't win it because if you're going on number of goals, it'll be Messi or Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I still think he should be credited somewhere along the line.
Now I know the feeling. That is the end of the question, Shane. We are done. It
That is
wasn't
very good.
too grueling, was it?
One for
Go on,
you.
go on.
I think I'm wrong, but everyone says no. Yeah, no, I think I'm right, but everyone says
I'm
I'm wrong.
straight.
Are you ALP or ALP?
Alp.
That's not the answer I wanted. I always call you
I'm
ALP, and I get
ALP.
it's not very nice. I want you to be ALP. No, I don't. I want you to be ALP even.
Shane, I'll be whatever. No. Uh,
Wow.
it's it used to be ALP. I think I've answered this in the Q&A where basically I joined a COD 4 clan and we were assigned, it was an Alpha Bravo clan, so there was a set number of people were Alphas, a set number of people were Bravos. So they had ALPs and BLP, I think they called it, or BVO. and it basically meant that you could quickly say, ALP 27 go here or BV 27 go there. So that's why the name originally came from. But it's it's migrated to ALP. It used to be ALP when I was in the clan, but for the purposes of the channel, I'm pretty much known as ALP, I think. I don't know what other
Oh,
people know me as. Everyone's probably sat
good
there
good
going,
background story, but not the answer I wanted,
yeah, I'm a
to be honest.
disappointment.
That's
It's
true.
just like being at home with my parents. Shane, thank you very, very much for coming on the show. It's really appreciated and
No
giving
problem
up
at
some of your
all.
time to entertain the masses, or the not so massive, but we'll
Thank you
work
for
it out.
having me.
And
I'm sure people will watch it, mate.
please check out Shane's channel. All the links will be below. His Twitter, his YouTube links, etc. So please check out Shane's channel. He is knocking on the door of 30k, so obviously all subs to Shane would be greatly appreciated, I'm sure. And
That would be.
as we always appreciate subs and views. And apart from that, thanks very much, Shane. Look after yourselves, guys. Please like, sub, comment, both me and Shane. And as always, take care and catch you later.